Okay, hello everyone. We're going to start another test today between two different plastic preparation products, I guess is what they are. What we're going to do is we're going to use a trash can lid, very same trash can lid that we used recently in another test. The previous test we tested on the left, Outlast, which is an Armor All product, to New Vinyl. And New Vinyl and Outlast looked nearly identical the day of application, but what happened is over time the New Vinyl kind of washed away. And this is what we have after about 6 months. The Outlast still seems to be hanging in there, and if I had a spray of water, what you would see is water would bead up on the left side, but not the right. At this point, I suspect that this is that the previous product's all gone. What I've done is I've cleaned the entire lid, and what we're going to do is have another product test. What I've decided to do, and you could argue whether or not it's valid or not, but what I'm going to do is reapply Outlast to the left, and then I'm going to put a stripe of masking tape in between, and on the right-hand side, I'm going to apply a product called Wipe New, which I bought from Walmart yesterday. Okay, here we are. Now we have applied Outlast to the left, and then we've applied New Wipe New, I forget which way it goes, to the right. And I brought it in out of the sun because that's what the instructions say, so it's not quite as shiny as it was when you were looking at the previous portion of this video. And what I have down the center is, I'll peel it off, is the original look of the trash can lid. Again, it's a Rubbermaid trash can lid, which I assume is the proper material that this thing will. Both of these products are intended for use on. It gets no real maintenance. It just sits in the sun. I live in Florida, so the sun can be pretty harsh. The previous testing that I did, as I mentioned, was with Outlast on this side and New Vinyl. New Vinyl washed off completely. I wiped the lid clean. So this is really the second application of Outlast. I don't know if it'll give it an advantage. And this is the first application of Wipe New. So we're going to check it from time to time, see how it's doing. Hello everyone, and welcome back. It's been about a week since we started our experiment. If you remember, we had, Outlast on the left, which is a Armor All product. And on the right we had Wipe New. And here you go. This has been a week in Florida, a week and a half actually. We had a lot of rain. We've had hail. And then when we didn't have rain, we had lots of sun. So they really look about what they looked like about a week and a half ago. Again, here's the original piece. What's very interesting is, I think I mentioned this before, this side feels a little oily, and this side feels smooth. So I was told that this chemically changes the surface. This feels more like a coating. Doesn't really matter. We'll see how they perform over time. So far, both are holding in well. Okay, here we are. It's kind of a follow-up. We're looking at this trash can that we had started about 6 weeks ago, where we had put Outlast on the left-hand side and Wipe New on the right-hand side. As you can see, it's kind of a muted lighting. Dusk and it's kind of cloudy today. Very, very similar. I'm not sure if there's a huge difference between how the two products are holding up. I'd say that the one on the right may be holding up a little bit better. Like I said, it's got a nicer feel to it. This you can definitely drag your finger across it. It's definitely got an oily texture to it. It's like it's a protective oil, where this has got like a very strong chemical that I think actually has melted the outside of the surface and then let it re-solidify. It gives it that shiny feel. I think that's what's going on. And here's as it originally appeared before the tests. Anyway, it looks like this has got a slight edge. We'll see how that holds up in time. What I'm kind of starting to think is with this oily texture, if you get it protected with this stuff and put this stuff on top of it, that might be a nice combination. We'll see what time brings again. It's been about 6 weeks. Okay, this is the closeout video shoot for the test between Outlast and Wipe New with our garbage can test. It's been about 10 weeks, and even though I'm shooting this video in a overcast day, most of them have been very, very sunny. It's been a very hot summer here in Florida, and what you can kind of tell is, as we've been seeing all along, they've both been doing very, very well. And if you're looking for a product that holds in for a reasonable amount of time, what you're looking at is either one of them is an excellent option. The one on the left, the Outlast, again, had that oily feel to it. This kind of had a nice clean feel to it. As far as the value, this Outlast, I don't have the jar with me, but it comes with there's a decent amount of volume. You could do many cars many times. This Wipe New, there's only a small amount of volume of liquid in the bottle. You'd get, one or two car treatments out of it, and certainly it would last, but you're not looking at the maybe long-term value like you would with the Outlast product. So, but again, you can see both treatments are better than it is than the baseline that they both hang in there. And that's a lightning alarm going off at the nearby golf course. What I'm going to do to close out this video is I'm just going to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. And, spraying with some water here, and you can see that it just kind of lays on top of the original surface, and then it beads up nicely on both materials. You can't go wrong with either product when it comes right down to it. To me, looking at it in detail, because I have the advantage of not looking through a camera lens, it looks like this side here, the new Wipe, is had a superior durability, but again, the one on the left is very good also, and is a very good value. So you get to pick between two very good products. So nice. It's a nice position to be in.